So I got my first order. Okay guys, I'm going to be asking all your frequently asked questions about Fiverr and how to grow on Fiverr. And today's question is, when and how do I get my first order on Fiverr? As we all know, the how is very important. I mean, it's much more important than even the when. So I'll be starting with the how, and it's as easy as ABCD. I made a video previously on how to get your first sales on Fiverr, the things you need to do. It's just like you start a new business online. You definitely have a market plan. You need, not just have, you need a market plan to be seen in that market, to be known for that business online. So you would definitely go all out to get it there. But with time, you realize that you don't even need to do all those things you used to do before. I mean, you've made a name for yourself, you've gotten people to trust your products, and you've gotten people to tag your products online, so you don't even need to do all those things. It's the same way Fiverr works. When you start your Fiverr business, there are things you need to do. Oh no, don't get it wrong. I'm not talking about going out there to market the business. I mean, that's just like, there are things you need to do within the Fiverr app to get your first sales and subsequent sales. Yeah. And then with time, you find out that you don't need to do those things anymore because you've made good reviews for yourself that actually just push you out all the time, even when you don't do those things. But if you want to have more sales than let's say you really want more sales than you are getting when you become popular in the Fiverr space, you just have to keep doing those things. But for a start, you must do those things. You must have to get to a stage where your services are now trusted, which means having the 5-star reviews, at least some number of 5-star reviews. So down in the description of this video, you're going to see the link that gets you to the post where I made a video on how to get your first and subsequent sales. That video is very important if you want to make your first sale on Fiverr. I mean, follow that video religiously. Everything I mentioned in the video, follow it religiously. Follow it like your business depends on it, because you need to grow. Then I'm going to get into the when. For the when, I got my first Fiverr order the first week I opened my account. And guess what? It was so funny. It was just $5, but I was excited. I mean, I made just $5. I was so excited. It was a black couple, black American couple. I don't know, they just saw a startup and they decided to trust me. I was excited. I really can't forget them. I really cannot just forget them. They were the first couple I worked for, and it was a video gig. That was my first video gig I did. I was excited. I had the mixed feelings of how am I going to fix this though, but I did it and I got the 5-star review, and that made me more excited. It wasn't even about the $5 anymore. It was about the 5-star review. I was like, oh my god, I loved my job and stuff like that. So that gave me this push, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to go all out. I wanted to just I wanted to be seen at that point in time. So I kept doing the things I mentioned in the video you're going to be watching in the description. Make sure you watch that video if you're still trying to get your first sale on Fiverr. Don't say I didn't tell you, or don't say I did not give you a means around it. So I was really excited. That was my first sale the first week. So it actually varies. It does vary. Some people might even get their first sale the same day they set up their gig. I'm not joking. I've taught somebody who got her first job the following day after she set up her gig. In fact, I've mentored someone who got her first gig that same day, that night after we set up her account. So some people are so lucky to get their first gig the first day. So it depends on how you set up your gig. Yeah, it depends on how you set up your gig. You need to watch a video on how to get your first and subsequent sales. And I hope you followed the video on how to set up your gig. You need to go a little bit pro before we even start talking of growing. That's the truth. So it's as simple as that. Some people get their first order the next day. Some people get their first order the first week. Some people will have to wait for 1 month. It happens even in normal regular business you have out there. You have there are some people that don't start make their first sales the first week or even the first day of putting all out there. So it just takes consistency and focus. That's the truth. Don't give up. Even with me, there are times when I'm like, what's happening? Like, it's a business. Fiverr is a business. Take it as a business. There's some bad weeks in your business. So I have those bad weeks too. And I'm like, what's happening? I don't get laid back. What I do is that I like to copy I like to copy people who are doing really well on Fiverr. So I go there to see if there's something new about their gigs. What are they doing that's different from mine? And I try to implement it on mine. I try to act pro, and then I go back to message some of my clients, probably prospects who have chatted me up previously and have not yet purchased my gigs. Then another thing I do is I go back to my former customers and I'm like, hello, I'm still available for a job. Like, I just chat them up, and you could get something out of that week or out of that day. So I'm just trying to make you understand that you treat Fiverr as a business. Fiverr is an online business. You start with no capital. So you don't expect that you start a business with no capital and you just make it just like that. No, you must put in work. You must put in effort. You must give it your time. Your time, I mean, is not all of your time. You can go to work in the night. You come and look at your Fiverr. So most times, I even get most of my clients chat me up in the midnight, 12. So you might have people chat you up mainly at night. Even Nigerians that want to buy your gig on Fiverr. Other countries, so there's no time limit on Fiverr, so you can do other things and come back to your Fiverr account. So I'll urge you to be patient with your process. If you feel like you've not gotten a gig yet and you've been on Fiverr for a while, all you need to do is go check out your gigs, compare your gigs to that of others. I have a link to my own profile on Fiverr, and I'm going to still put down that link down here. The only thing I do on Fiverr, I only make videos on Fiverr. So I will say, if you want to be a spokesperson, a video spokesperson on Fiverr, I started from the very scratch, and I do everything on my smartphone. I made a video about that. I do everything on my smartphone. That's why I teach smartphone videography on my channel. So I started from the very scratch, and I've not gotten to where I am, but I still know that at least I've gotten to a point where you might be seeking to get to. So thanks for watching my video, and on to the next video. On the next video, I'm going to be answering another question. So if you have a special question that you want me to answer about Fiverr, you can put it down on the comment section. I also teach smartphone videography, so if there's something you want to learn, maybe something you've seen on my channel that you want to learn, feel free to put it down on my comment sections. It gives me an idea of what you're looking out for.